Today I'm going to show you how I use options. I'm going to show you a real trade example that I did today using options to generate cash flow income. And for me, these are weekly cash flow income. Let's take a look. In previous videos, I talked about Coreweave. Coreweave stock is a stock that I own. I bought it when it bottomed out. And I own Coreweave at $80. Now take a look at today. I'm going to zoom in here. I sold two options today in one account. I have Coreweave in two accounts. In one account, I sold two options, and take a look at my payout. Today, I collected $1,414. Coreweave's current price is $90. I sold the option at a strike price of $85. My buy-in price for Coreweave, my average price is $80. Now, my second account, I sold one option. So the first one was two, this one is one, and I collected nearly half of that previous options premium at $700. So the total 14 plus 7, that's over $2,000. Now, what does that mean? These options, they expire on Friday because they're weekly options. I sold it on Tuesday, and so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for 4 days, I collected over $2,000. That is not bad cash flow income for less than a week of holding my stocks. And I've been screaming from the rooftop in all of my previous videos, options for me is a primary way to generate cash flow income. There are many ways that you can make money. You can make money doing an online business, you can get salary, but as far as side gig hustles go, if you have money in your trading brokerage account and you own stocks, right? You can get paid on putting your cash to work in a money market fund. Currently it's about 3 to 4%. That's number one. Number two, maybe you had bought dividend stocks, right? So you're getting dividend payouts every month or every year, right? It could be a monthly dividend, it could be an annual dividend. Now, this is a third way of how traders are actually making money, right? Not just dividend and not just savings interest rate, but also using options, selling options. And especially if you looked at my last video, I was talking about the options wheel strategy, right? There's steps 1, 2, 3, 4. Please check out that video. It shows a real life example and I talk you through, I explain it and break it down how it works. And so this strategy, I own the stock and I'm selling call options, generating over $2,000. So that's another strategy that I use oftentimes to generate cash week after week on something that you own. And this is something, again, I want to make sure that you understand is that when you buy a house, right? When you buy a house, hopefully that house price is in a good location next to a school and the price will increase and you can sell the house for a profit. It's the same thing with the stock, right? When you buy a house and you're waiting for the price to increase, that may take years. Do you just let the house sit there idle? No one living in there. You don't. You put it to work. You rent out your house. You have people move in there and they will pay month after month. It's the same thing with stocks. When you own stocks, right? You're waiting for the stocks to appreciate, and that's great, right? Like example with Coreweave. Coreweave went from $80, the price that I bought it at, to now $90. It's appreciated. I captured capital gains on it. But during that time, I have been selling options to collect rent income on it. And today I sold options to collect rent income. And if the options get exercised, meaning that the buyer decides to use the options to take the Coreweave shares from me, I'm okay with that because not only did I get paid from the buyer, I also got capital gains. I made money on the stock itself. Never get greedy. So options buying versus selling, very two different things. Options selling is the name of the game for me to generate weekly cash income. Now, if you want to know more about this and you want to go deeper, you want to see how you can use options as your potential strategy, especially in retirement, right? Most retirees, they need to raise cash, right? Because they're not working, they don't have salary, so they cash out of any stocks that they own to have some pocket money, living expenses, and so on. But with options, you don't necessarily have to do that. You can keep your positions, let it keep growing, so you're not touching your principal. You're selling options against what you already own, so you're renting out either your stocks, any stocks that you own, any cash that you have in there, you're renting out your stocks, you're renting out time for waiting to buy future stocks at lower prices. So this is how options work. Options are ways to collect cash income. It could be weekly, it could be monthly. Now compare that with dividends, which are usually either monthly or annually. And so that's it. That's all I have for you today. I just wanted to, besides just teach, to show by doing.